you like her. You really, really like her. But you want to make sure she likes you too. Or you want to make her like you and want you even more because you desire to have this woman in your life. Well, I'm going to lay out to you how to make her want you more. My name is Stephan Labossiere, aka Stephan Speaks, back with another dating and relationship advice video. Today's video is for the men. And like I said, we're going to be talking about how to make her want you more. Now, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and comment below, ladies and gentlemen, what are some things you think would make a woman want a man more? All right, I want to hear from you guys. But anyways, I always have these disclaimers before I get into it, right? So one of the things I want to talk about before I lay out for you what's going to make her want you more is the fact that I don't typically watch other videos on YouTube because I like to just stay in my lane, my content. I don't want to take from other people in any kind of way. I just want to say what I'm going to say. But what I am aware of is that a lot of content that exists, forget just YouTube, beyond YouTube, all right? When they tell men how to get a woman to want you and like you and all these things, a lot of it is these tips and tricks, this game playing. And I'm not going to sit here and act like some of these tips and tricks don't actually work. But they work with the caveat of where are you trying to take this situation if you want something long term, and are you trying to have a healthy relationship? Because yes, you can do various things to get a woman's attention, to make her desire you more. However, if you're looking for a stable relationship, you have to understand that these tips and tricks can plant seeds of insecurity, can plant seeds of dysfunction. It can create bigger issues. And a lot of men have found that when they're now facing the woman they genuinely want to be with, not just hook up with, and this channel's not about just hooking up, but not just hook up with, really, really want to be with, they find that this stuff doesn't work, or it backfires, or it creates all kinds of other problems. So as we go forward in this video, understand, I'm giving you things that are going to be genuine steps for you to take. No game playing, none of that mind games over here. And it's also going to help set you up for healthy relationships. And these are going to be beneficial for you, not just her, but for your quality of life and for you as an individual man. All right. So I had to get that all out. Now let's get to how to make her want you more. So number one is learn how to show desire, but not desperation. So here's the thing. In my book, He Who Finds a Wife, all right, go get the book, hewhofinds.com, or click the link in the description down low or in the comment section. But anyways, I talk about the need not to chase women. I also have a video on why you shouldn't chase women. And one of the reasons is because when you cross the line of looking desperate, that's not attractive. That doesn't make a woman want you more. If anything, you devalue yourself in coming off all desperate, thirsty. You start to become annoying. That is not going to shine a good light on you. However, I don't want men to just retreat in the corner and not be willing to be expressive about their desire and interest, because as a man, you have to stand strong in that and be confident. But understand that, yes, is every woman going to reciprocate that interest? No. Is everyone going to welcome it? Not necessarily. But in the woman who has any interest in you, it will help now push things further along. It will help you build towards something greater. So you've got to be willing to, yes, give compliments. You know what I'm saying? Express your desire. Take some initiative. Do that, but don't get desperate. Don't be hounding this woman. And I know some people think, well, if you're just persistent enough, you can get her. And listen, you could. You could, through some persistence, get the woman, but there's a price you pay for that. And I'm just not going to suggest that, because that's a minority situation where guys had that work out in their favor. In most cases, that's going to backfire on you in more ways than one. And we don't want women getting harassed out here. So if she's not reciprocating, if she's not showing interest back, all right, fall back. But you fall back with confidence. You don't get mad. You don't get negative. You remain confident. And believe it or not, it's in remaining confident, which we'll shed some light on later, that things can actually turn around in that situation. But I digress. Let's get back to the main point. Express your interest. Do not look desperate. But here's a quick thing about giving a compliment. Don't make the compliments just about her physical looks. Women all the time, especially attractive women, hear how beautiful they are every freaking day. I mean, the internet has exacerbated this by just having tons of men, strangers, telling them how beautiful they are, how nice their body is, whatever the case may be. She's heard it. Now, I'm not saying that you should not be willing to express those things, all right? What I am saying is learn how to compliment on things that go deeper than the physical, on what she has going on in her life, on her accomplishments, on her spirit, her energy, her, I was gonna say her smile, but that's a physical thing. But even smile is better than the usual, you're just so beautiful. But still, go deeper than that. Go deeper than the physical, because she wants you to desire her for more than just what's on the surface. And so again, when we're trying to establish healthy relationships and move things forward, showing that you take an interest and an attraction to something that goes beyond the physical is going to work in your favor and is going to make her want you more, because she doesn't get that from everybody. And that will pique her interest a little bit more if she has interest in you, and it will help. So give those compliments beyond the physical, but again, show desire, not desperation. Now, the next thing on this list of how to make her want you more is have something going on for yourself. Now, listen, I didn't mean to say it like that, but here's the reality. Men who don't have anything going on in their lives, that doesn't look attractive. Again, and remember what I said to you earlier, these things I'm telling you are good for you. So regardless of women, I want you to have something going on for yourself. I want you to be working towards something. Your purpose, find a project, educate yourself on something. Even if it's, okay, you're going to read a book a week for the next 2 months. I'm just throwing out a random thing. Have something that you're doing that builds character, that evolves you, that grows you as a man. Have something going on in your life so that you're not so readily available 24/7. That level of convenience can get, again, unattractive. All right. And it looks like, well, what is this man working towards? Where's his ambition? What kind of life can I have with a guy who has nothing going on for himself? You can't think that simply allowing yourself to have so much time to give her all the attention is going to be good for you. It's not. It's actually very unhealthy. And again, in more ways than one. So establish something in your life and be willing to talk about it. Be willing to show a level of knowledge and understanding and excitement about it. You know what I'm saying? Let her see that. Let her see that passion in you. This, again, works well in your favor. As well as not just have something going on in your life, have a plan in your life. Listen, women love a man with a plan. They love a man who has vision, who again is working towards something. Even I can tell you this straight up. I know people always talk about how women want a man with money and all these things. Listen, man, even when I was broke, I didn't have a problem getting a woman. And I believe one of those reasons was because women could always see my ambition. They always saw I was working. I was not just laying around the house doing nothing. And I had some kind of a plan, some kind of a vision. You know what I'm saying? And I stuck to it. And even though I could try to make time, I still had to make sure I had time for my purpose and my vision. So make sure you have at least that. It doesn't mean you don't need to get your finances in order. That's a whole nother discussion. And I didn't put finances on this list. I'm just letting you know right now, it did not make today's list, even though it would count. But have a plan, have a vision, have something going on in your life that is going to work well in your favor. The third thing I'm going to mention on this list is be confident. I know that sounds so simple and maybe even cliche, but it's real. Like, again, confidence looks good on a man. Confidence looks good on everybody. Bottom line, when you're a confident person, you exude value. When you exude value, other people start to pick up on that value. And even if they didn't at one time see you as valuable, they start to say, well, damn, what he got going on? He's so confident. Like, there must be something behind what I'm seeing on the surface that's even better than I thought. Like, you start to send a message that makes people curious, that increases their desire, increases their willingness to get to know you, because you carry yourself with confidence. So as a man, You've got to identify what's going to build that confidence and strengthen that confidence. And what's very important is when you're dealing with that woman that you like, that you want her to want you more, you have to not deviate from that confidence. What happens to a lot of men is I've seen men who come into the situation confident, feeling good, but now your strong desire for this woman and your desire for her attention, maybe even her validation, it starts to diminish your security. So you become now insecure. You become less confident. You start to come across more needy. All these different things start to happen, and it basically rips away your value and rips away your attraction. And now she doesn't look at you the same. So even though she came into it viewing you one way, now things have changed. But again, the factor that's missing is your confidence. You've got to regain it. And here's something to help you with your confidence. You can't be afraid not to get this woman. All right, hear me out. I understand you want her. I understand you may feel like she could be the one. But when you get into the mindset of you become so fearful of losing her, you will more than likely lose yourself. You will more than likely lose that confidence. You will lose some of the other things I'm about to mention next that only work against you. You got to get to a place where, yes, you desire her, but if she's not willing to get on that train with you, so be it. We keep moving forward. We don't dwell in this. We don't lose our confidence. We don't let her dictate our value. Hell no. All right? You got to see yourself as valuable. You got to stand strong in who you are, regardless of what she does. And when you do that, again, what you will find is it will only increase her desire for you. Plain and simple. So find out what's going to help you remain confident. And when you find yourself acting out in insecure ways or thinking insecurely, take a step back, shake it off, remind yourself, nah, you good. And remember, like, if she don't like you, somebody else will. So if she doesn't want to take advantage, her loss. That's the mentality you have to have sometimes. Again, not in a she's disposable, I dismiss her kind of way, but in a way that I'm not going to attach my value to her interests. I'm not going to let her or her unwillingness to embrace me negatively impact me and put me in a bad place. That's where I want your mind to be. And when you can maintain that, you are going to see positive results. So now, connecting with number 3, number 4 is stay in your masculine energy. So we kind of just talked about it, but let me just rephrase it for you. When we talked about losing you, losing your confidence, becoming insecure, coming off needy, looking desperate, all of these things work against your masculine energy. All right? And women are drawn to masculine energy. They desire that. They find that extremely attractive, all right? At the very least, most women. We will never say all, but it's damn near all, okay? And so you've got to understand what traits, what behaviors exude good, healthy, masculine energy, all right? I'm not even going to call it unhealthy, healthy, because masculine energy is good, period. I don't really believe in the toxic masculinity part. Whole other video. But I believe in masculine energy, and when we are truly walking in it, genuinely untainted by all this other negativity stuff, then yes, we are shining a positive light. We are walking in a way that is going to draw not just women, even men. Not that men will want you. I'm talking about men will respect you. Men will look up to you. Men will want to come to you for guidance because you carry yourself in such a way. But this video is how to make her want you more. So the bottom line is learning how to remain in your masculine is very important. Now, don't get me wrong. As human beings, we have both masculine and feminine energy within us. We have to understand there is a need for both. We have to understand there's going to be moments where you may tap more into your feminine side. That's normal. But your dominant energy, all right, your main consistent energy needs to be on the masculine side. That's going to work more in your favor when we're talking about women, their desire for you, and the ability to properly balance the relationship. Because I believe in what I call the balance of relationship energy. To have a successful relationship, you got to have a masculine and you got to have a feminine. If you examine relationships, that's the way it works. Even if it's homosexual relationships, they know and understand to have a masculine and a feminine. So now you can choose to let the woman be the masculine and you be the feminine, but I'm gonna tell you that doesn't work for most people. All right. But you're watching this and chances are you want to embrace the masculine. So you've got to have that to create proper balance in your relationship, but also again, to keep that desire in her operating at a high level. Now the fifth one, and let me just let you know right now, one, get your copy of He Who Finds a Wife, and two, I have a bonus one. So there's one more after this, all right? But number 5 is work out and put effort in your presentation. Now, listen, I know everyone doesn't care to go to the gym and exercise. And listen, you ain't got to go to the gym physically, but you should do some level of exercise. You have to understand how health and fitness plays into pretty much everything we talked about today. Plays into your masculine energy from a biological standpoint of helping your testosterone levels, how it plays into your confidence and you feeling better, how it plays into your mood, all right? How it plays into, yes, your physical attraction, because despite the fact that you may hear many women say looks doesn't matter, but the fact of the matter is you getting in better shape is typically going to help you become more desirable. Now, I'm not saying you got to look like some chiseled Greek god. I'm not saying you got to look like you play in the NFL. What I'm saying is just get yourself in a good, nice, healthy shape. Do your best. And again, you're going to feel good. You're going to see positive results. This is not just for the women. This is for you and your overall quality of life. But again, it's not just working out. It's putting some effort in your presentation. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. I see men sometimes, and even me as a man, I'm like, yo, did he really walk outside looking like that? Like, dang, he put no effort. You look sloppy. You look disheveled. You don't look confident. You don't look like a man who knows how to carry himself. You don't look like a man of quality. Now, again, I'm not saying you got to have some designer clothes or expensive clothes. None of that. Just be clean. Just make sure your clothes fit you well. You know what I'm saying? Again, put some cologne on or some natural oils or something. Like, just put some effort, man, because that will also play into her desiring you more. But again, it also plays into you feeling more confident. When you dress well, you feel good. And what dressing well for you is something that you have to determine. Everyone has different styles. I don't look like some of my friends, or I don't dress like them. They don't dress like me. They're confident in their style. I'm confident in my style. So all that matters is that you find that style that fits you and that you're confident in. And a great way to do that is get the opinion of a woman. Now, even though I said this is for you, if we're trying to attract women and make the woman want us more, what I have learned is when I get the opinion of another woman on wardrobe, on colognes, on whatever, it always works. It always works in my favor. So you don't need to get the opinion of other men. You don't need to just rely on your own perspective. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes you might look at something and say, I'm not too sure. You put it on, you ask a woman and she's like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing on you. All of a sudden you love the shirt or you love the outfit. Like, people's response to it can change your perspective of it. All right. So just be open to that. If you have a friend, family members, see what they have to say that looks good on you specifically. And again, put some effort in your presentation. Now, like I said, I had a bonus one real quick I have to mention, and it's simply learn how to hold a conversation. Listen, women crave a man they can talk to. All right. A man who knows how to listen, but knows how to also hold a conversation. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard from women complain about men's ability to hold conversations or shocked when they come across a man who can. So it shows me that when a man is able to, he stands out. He separates from the pack immediately. And your ability to be easy to talk to becomes very intriguing. It draws her in. It definitely raises the level of desirability she has for you. So when you ask yourself, well, how do I learn how to hold a conversation? Educate yourself on different things that you can talk about. Learn to become good in certain topics, any different topic. It could be becoming good in politics. Now, granted, every woman's not going to be down with talking politics, but for the ones who are, if that's something that you're passionate about, that's going to help you guys vibe and help you guys hold conversations. But also going deeper than just learning certain subjects and becoming good at it. It really boils down to learning how to listen. When you simply learn how to listen and be present in the moment, then you can ask questions and you can dig deeper in the conversation. And that translates into being able to hold a conversation. Also, not being afraid to share your opinions. It doesn't mean you're going to be right, and it doesn't mean you have to expect her to see it your way, but showing a willingness to provide your perspective and that you have your own mind in the way that you process things. For all you know, she may find it fascinating. And your own perspective may be the next thing that draws her in even more. So just be willing to be open and talk and speak your mind. And guess what? Even if you're afraid that it's your perspective or that maybe the way you process things can become a turnoff or you're not confident in it, well, practice makes perfect. So yes, maybe the first few girls you try it with, it's like it falls flat. But after a while, you'll get a hang of it. You'll become more confident. And then again, there'll be some people who just love the fact that you are able and willing to speak on how you feel and what's on your mind. And that will translate very well. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here. And I'll see you there. She doesn't respect you, man. And that's a problem. That needs to change. It needs to stop today, because you should not be tolerating disrespect from the woman you're with, or any woman for that matter. And so we're going to be talking about today why